Late 2016, 2017-ish, she and my boyfriend were co-hosting a show on MTV called Wonderland. And no, she wasn't very nice. She wasn't very nice to me. I knew she didn't like me, but the people around her were nice. Like her sister seemed nice. And I kind of ignored it because I felt like, well, you know, she's already like in this celebrity scene or whatever, so she probably just feels like she has better things to do than talk to me. And I just noticed that, like, even when we were just out to eat or at the beach or something, she still wasn't very nice to me. And it wasn't like a production thing, like, oh, she's just really busy or whatever. She just didn't like me. She didn't say anything that was mean, but she was really like standoffish or like wouldn't talk to me, you know, like when I talked to her, it was kind of like, oh, okay, like get the fuck away from me. I don't want to talk to you. So yeah, I eventually found out that she and my boyfriend had something going on, ex-boyfriend. And that was that. I left the relationship. I mean, yeah, it was heartbreaking. I mean, I was with him for 10 years. I supported him through everything. And when he finally got a big break, he left me for LIZZO. It was really hard for my mental health. I went through a really difficult period of time trying to be okay with this, because it wasn't just like, oh, I broke up with my boyfriend. It was like, oh, I broke up with my boyfriend and he left me for a person who wasn't very nice to me and turned out to be, like, after the fact, after we broke up, she became a Grammy award-winning celebrity and everybody in the world loves her, and her message is like love and light and positivity, after knowing how she treated me. But I didn't want to say anything because it made me sound like a whiny little baby or something. So I didn't broadcast that was something that happened to me, or when I did talk about it, I never named her, because I just didn't feel like I would be supported or people would care, you know, like people loved her. So why would I try to like drag her name or whatever? So I just silently went through something really big and really hard. It was like my fight or flight response was triggered every time I heard her song on the radio, or like if I went to the movies and like her song was in the trailer. It was so difficult, and I cried for so long, and I felt so depressed, and like I was in a really bad spot for years because of how this happened. And I know it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. It was his fault. It was the way he handled it. She has no responsibility to me. But I think they could have both been a little more kind in the way that they chose to get together, you know, like he could have broken up with me, or she could have maybe suggested that he break up with me before they started something, because the text messages were something that I'll never be able to not see in my head.
So there it is, guys. Lizzo stole her boyfriend. Lizzo probably did not want to talk to her because she was obviously sleeping with the woman's boyfriend at the time. But at the same time, Lizzo has, you know, been accused of not being nice anyway. We know she's been threatening to beat up people. She's allegedly, you know, been fat shaming. So she wasn't going to have a nice encounter with Lizzo anyway, if the things we've heard about her are true. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in another one.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. Promise that you never be lonely.